Hi guys, it's Mandy from MandyleePlays, and in this video we are going to do a worth the buy for Dragon Quest Builders 2. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and ring-a-ding-ding that bell to get notified when I drop a video. So let me go pull up my Word pad. Apparently they don't give Microsoft Word, Excel, or PowerPoint for free. I always thought they did. Anyway, so with all that being said, let's get started. So to start off, this box art is just gorgeous and it has a reversible cover. I'll show you guys in a sec. Alright. And this is the reversible cover. So this one's cute, though I wish they had the female also. Kind of bummed they only had the male, but this one has the kind of old school design of the Dragon Quest games. Now, I'm no Dragon Quest veteran. I've only played Dragon Quest 11, so I don't know much about the franchise yet, but I do plan on playing more, so yeah. And sorry if I sound a little bit nasally. I got a little bit of the sniffles, so I might sound a bit congested, but I'm cool. Other than that, I'm cool. Okay, so a little bit of an overview of this game. It was published and developed by Square Enix, and this is the second game of the spin-off Builders game. Now, I didn't play the first one, so I'm not going to really compare and contrast. I did get my hands on the second one because it just looked so good. And wow, I kind of just gave it away before the buy. Anyways, now I put a good chunk of hours in before I sat down to do my worth the buy, and I also did a first impressions, which I'll put it somewhere over here. If you want to check it out, go check it out. It's just, like I said, my first impressions of the game thus far, but definitely not a worth the buy kind of video. I hold myself to some standards, even if it's a little. Okay. Alright, so this is a building simulation type of game. A lot of people compare it to Minecraft, so I am, because it plays a lot like Minecraft, but in my opinion, a bit more better and a bit more polished. But that one's just my opinion. Alright, so let's go on to the story. The story is pretty basic, and I touched upon this on my first impressions, but essentially you get captured by the Dark Children of Hargon, which is the evil people, and their kind of goal is to destroy everything. So they don't really like builders because they build stuff. And you're on the enemy ship and they are going to probably kill you, but then you run errands for them and start building stuff they need. And then, you know, they're like, you know, you're kind of cool. I like you. But then a huge wave comes and the ship gets shipwrecked. So you're on this deserted island, and it's kind of a dark scene of what transpires next because there's a bunch of dead people. He even says it's just a corpse and it washes away in the sea, which I thought was pretty dark. I was like, whoa, talking about corpse. So, you know, that was pretty dark. And also, there's somebody alive, and her name is Lulu. And Lulu is this bossy brat who just basically gives you stuff to do. And she had the audacity to name my island Lulutopia when it's my island. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, so you find Lulu, she gives you a bunch of missions, and oh, how did I forget? You have another companion called Maroth. Now he seems kind of weird and out of place because there's a reason for that. But suffice to say, he's like an anti-hero. So he has good intentions, but the way he does it is pretty bad. And he can't build at all. All he could do is fight. So that's good for you because now you have a personal bodyguard. But that's bad for him because all he could do in his life is fight and fight. There's no peace there. And kind of fight off the children of Hargon that are you know, bothering the people and, you know, the islands from prospering, because like I said in the beginning, they don't like building, they like destroying. But little do they know that to destroy you have to build. I, that's just like basic, but you know, whatever. They're evil. Okay. So the story fits the game perfectly. I would say it's cool. Okay, and next up we got the gameplay. Now I'm gonna like split this into two because there's the building aspect of the gameplay and the combat aspect of the gameplay. So I'm gonna start with the building. The building is awesome. It's very, very easy to grasp. It's easy to understand, and it's really simplistic, and I like it. So pretty much you get a bench, and on that bench you could build all kinds of stuff. You could build wood, tables, you could build all that good stuff, but you have to have the materials. Now the good part is there is so much material out in the like land that you probably will never run out. Even the rare ones, there's a lot of, so you could build a lot of things. So all in all, it just makes for a very easy building stuff because you have materials galore and you can make that material into an item and then you can build and stuff. So it's pretty basic and I love it. It's so addicting, and I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's really addicting. And you get certain tools too. You get the hammer, which is by far the best thing ever. So the hammer does what the hammer does. It smashes bricks, smashes rocks and all that, and it, you know, condenses them into material. Also, if you make a mistake building something, you just kind of hammer it and it'll go back into your inventory and you can put it back. But the fun part is just going in on the freaking dirt, because it is so fun just to like whack rocks all day. Like I could do that all day. Now some might call me crazy and I understand why, but the hammer is the best thing in that game. I'm sorry. I could just hammer away, but you know, there's other tools too. There's also the bottomless jug thing, ability to pretty much put water wherever you want, how much you want. All you have to do is take the water, the good water that is, and just you have it. I don't think you could lose it. And then you go back to a water source and get more water if you need to. So the bottomless jar is just pretty much for water, which is important, but not as fun as the hammer. Yay. And then there is the building gloves, and this one by far is the most useless because all it lets you do is carry blocks. Boring. But you could easily just smash it with your hammer and take it in your inventory. But for certain occasions, the builder's gloves are important, so there. So throughout your journey, you get other items. Right now I got this iron, which lets me quickly like replace certain blocks. I don't know yet. I'm figuring out what it does, but I got an iron, so that's cool. And now your character can equip certain outfits, but you know, outfits you can make on the crafting station if you have materials. And this is the important part, you have to have the recipe. So you can't just build random stuff out of thin air. The character has to have the recipe on them. So to get a recipe, you got to learn it. That is pretty much it. You just gotta learn it, and then it's with you throughout. You never lose it. So as the game goes on, you learn new recipes for new things. Alright, and now to the worst part, and that is the combat. This game is not meant for combat. Oh my gosh, it is so bad. Okay, so in some points of the game, you're gonna have to fight monsters. They even invade the town you're in sometimes. Marov does the bulk of the work, but still other, you know, monsters that come your way and stuff, and you could equip certain weapons. Now Marov can get weapons that are bigger. You can get the small weapons because pretty much all you're capable of. Because like I said, this game is not for combat, and it shows because you can't even dodge. It's so bad, and you don't even get that much power-ups. The only thing that in your favor is the defense, like what you're wearing, and Marov. But there are occasions where there's too many monsters or you have to fight too, and it gets pretty bad. But the good thing is you could stock up on medical herbs, or you could just eat a bunch of cabbages, because that's how I survived. These monsters could get downright annoying. They invade your kind of town, so you're not even safe in your town. You have multiple characters that fight, but usually the NPCs do not fight good. They fight if they have to, but they don't fight really good. Needless to say, I really don't like the combat. You do have an attack that you hold down Y and it does like a spin attack, but by the time you charged enough, the enemy could have been done with you. Like, I've only used that a handful of times, and the reason why is because the charge time is insanely long. But combat aside, this game is truly a wonderful game. I see myself putting a ton of hours into it, and I just love it. Besides the monsters that randomly spawn, it is an awesome game. So the important question of the day is it worth the buy? I say Dragon Quest Builders 2. It is worth the buy, of course. Yeah, I know my worth the buys are kind of biased, but when you have to buy your own game, usually buy the ones that you like. So, yay. I don't get review copies yet, people. I'm not on that level. I'm getting there, but I'm not on that level yet. So bear with me. Anyways, so if you like this video button, I would appreciate it. And if you like videos like these and plenty more, please hit that subscribe button and also ring a ding ding that bell. You will not be disappointed. You can follow me on Twitter at MandyleePlays. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Play a good game. Bye.